And that show will be Thursday, November 20th. So we can't wait to see you there. Back to the NFL here on First Take. The Chiefs coming off their bye, jumping right into a showdown with a division rival, one that's at the top of the Division II in the Broncos. Kansas City has been up and down all season long. If the playoffs started today, they'd be on the outside looking in. In fact, they need a win in Denver just to stay above 500. Here's Patrick Mahomes on the importance of this game.
They're first in the division, and they have a couple games on us. And so it's huge for the division, and that's always our first goal is win the division. And so it's a really good football team. There's no way around it. And so we have to go out there and play our best football, and I don't think we've done that yet. So after this bye, let's go out there, put a great week of practice together, and find a way to win in a hostile environment against a great football team.
All right, so Chiefs are 3 games back of the Broncos, but they have the same odds at plus 135 to win the division. We know Andy Reid, pretty good, coming out of a bye. Are the Chiefs, though, the team with the most at stake heading into this weekend, Dan?
There is no doubt about it. This team is playing a Denver team that, one, has given really the Chiefs and Patrick kind of fits even since they've been rolling, ever since they've been rolling 6 years ago. The thing that stands out offensively for Kansas City is the plus plays, the above the X's and O plays that Patrick has made this year. No quarterback in the NFL this year has created more holding on to the football, explosive plays than Patrick Mahomes. It's the one thing you don't want to do against the Broncos defense, okay? Broncos defense leads the NFL in sacks. So on the field, it's at stake. I think the reality is this, sitting at 5-4, the last time the Chiefs were 5-5 was 2015. It has been a decade since this team had gotten into this point in November and been 500, been an average football team. They still have to obviously play this weekend. They lose this weekend. Guess who they play next weekend? Number 1 team in the conference, and the Indianapolis Colts. And then they would still have to play, look at the schedule. They would have to play Houston, and I don't care what anybody says, Houston's defense will give them a chance every single week. It's the best defense in football. They still got to play the Chargers. They lost to week 1. They would still have to play the Broncos if they lose to them. So the reality is if they lose this weekend, it's not hyperbolic. It's not a strong take. It's not trying to be the first person on TV to say it. Yeah, the playoffs become just numerically a giant question mark.
Now, to me, it's the loss. It's not. To me, it's the Detroit Lions. And here's why I say this about Detroit. I feel like the playoffs have to go through Detroit. In my opinion, Seattle and Los Angeles right now are the 2 hottest teams in football. Yeah. And that game could very well be for the number 1 seed. Nobody wants to go to damn Seattle when the playoffs start. Yeah. You have the Packers still on this schedule again. If you're the Lions, you have to play the Vikings again and the Bears to finish the season. And you also have the Rams in 3 weeks, right? This is a schedule that's extremely difficult if you're the Detroit Lions. You lost to the Chiefs. You lost to the Packers. You lost to the Minnesota Vikings, and the Minnesota Vikings beat you at home. This is an opportunity against the team right now who, along with the Rams and along with Seattle, are atop the NFC to get a huge win. Because I believe they can't win a Super Bowl if they have to go on the road.
Really?
I believe it's going to be extremely difficult for the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff in that stadium in Seattle, right, with the 12s, I feel you got to go win this game. You have to finish strong. And if they don't get the number 1 seed, I will not pick them to win a Super Bowl. I haven't seen the consistency you need. And Dan is now taking over offensively. Yeah. I don't feel great about who they are offensively week after week. And winning this game is paramount for this team, especially in a division that has now gotten increasingly tougher with the way the other 3 teams are playing.
I'm not going to knock you from the standpoint of it being pivotal and important that they win this game, but it's not more important than the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are already 2 games out of the lead in the AFC West. They lose to the Broncos. It's pretty much a wrap. They got to win this game. I mean, we're looking at a Kansas City squad right now. What's your record? You're 5-4. You're in danger of falling to 500. That's not good. You got a situation right now where you look at the Chiefs right now in terms of the most at stake in Week 11. If they lose this game, you actually literally like to take them out of the mix for the AFC West crown. And that's where I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from that standpoint. It's simple and plain to me. What's the problem?
What are you doing?
What's your?
Why do we do a rundown? Why do they send you the email so you can send your answers in? So I'm gonna ask this question, and it's just me. This is just me, because I'm your dog. Did Dan, when he went first, convince you that the Chiefs were the answer, and so now you just change your answer completely for the show?
He doesn't hear you louder if you talk.
Is that what you did?
I don't recall changing my answer, to be honest.
It says the Rams.
That might be a typo on their part.
There's no way. Because you said that might
I know what I'm saying. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, there's plausible deniability here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
said what I'm thinking.
Well, you let Dan convince you. Dan's argument for the Chiefs was so good that
I don't change my
argument.
Well, let me say this.
Wild.
Your answers are
I
fluid.
would say this to you. I would say, well, it is fluid, but not in this particular instance. I would say, listen, just like Dan could change my mind, you could change my mind, RC, so you're not giving yourself enough credit. In this particular situation, neither one of y'all did. Kansas City got to win this game.
Stephen A., you're a spiritual man, right? You're a man of faith?
I'm a man of faith, yes. I mean, there's are things that
everyone knows John 3:16, but in Revelation 3:16,
oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
I will spit you out of my mouth because you're lukewarm. You're neither
Lukewarm.
hot nor cold. I will spit you out of my mouth because you're lukewarm. Right now, you're lukewarm. Lukewarm.
He's been lukewarm like.
Well, y'all were complaining about I was too high at the start of the show.
Get in the word, Stephen A. We got to get in the word.
You know what, y'all? Let me tell you something right now. Y'all been getting them, and y'all gonna throw the Bible at me too. Like I can't argue with you about that stuff. I'm not trying to be blasphemous. I'm calling other people blasphemous. But you were getting on me about my energy at the top of the show. Now you're telling me I'm lukewarm.
You're lukewarm. Spit you out.
Okay, so you say Chiefs. Stephen A. says Chiefs. You say Lions. Can we throw the Baltimore Ravens out there? They have the Browns this weekend. They also would not be in the playoffs if they started today.
I don't hate that. But
they also are a game back in the division. Like, no one thinks maybe the Ravens have to beat the Browns this weekend in order to maybe go on the trajectory they want to go on.
I mean, people think that, Shay, but that's your answer, and your answer is correct for you. And it's a strong. And you know what you did, though? You picked the team, you made a statement, and you stood on what you said.
Didn't waver.
I'm not even 2 weeks in. I see how this all goes. You know, that's all you got to do.
You're thriving in New England.
In the run game.
Oh, man, he mauls people in the run game. Game. And so that's really the only difference, at least as far as the starting point. Kincaid's been hurt. They run their pass game through Dalton Kincaid. He opens everything else up. I think he's one of the best tight ends in football this year. And so then the butterfly effect is, well, no Kincaid. And then Shakir's not having the yards after catch impact as he had last year. And then Palmer, who they signed off free agency, hasn't been healthy. And so, they have no ability to be vertically threatening down the field. That's where I would disagree with you. Baker's done less. Mike Evans, obviously, the injuries, but he's been there at some. And Ibuka would be the runaway star of the Bills' offense at the perimeter position right now. And so having that player would be a significantly different thing. I think the question is, who do we think is going to play better down the stretch? Who do we?
And that's what I was saying.
And who
that's
would you
where my
say,
answer would be
Stephen?
Allen. I would say Allen. I think that as the season progresses, we'll see Allen. Now, obviously, Evans is out, Godwin, that kind of cat. You got all your weapons. It might be a different animal. But I have more faith in Allen down the stretch than Baker Mayfield.
And that's based on the history of Josh Allen and what Josh Allen has done in extremely important moments. But when you watch the film now, it's the most Josh Allen. It's unlike Josh Allen in a way that we hadn't seen, to me, in the last 2 or 3 years.
Stephen A. is right. The hero ball term is we've used that in the past with Josh Allen incorrectly. That's the correct way to describe it right now.
Yeah, and we have. I'm sure all of us have a little bit of recency bias considering what they did against Miami. Josh Allen didn't look like himself, although that is a divisional.